Hi guys, and welcome to Trucking Along with Kearsey. That's me, your positive voice in trucking. Today I want to talk about all those crybabies out there that are going wham, 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 PC, PC, PC. Okay, been at Prime here for 7 years. Okay, all these people out here that are complaining, Prime should have given us education, they should have done this, they should have done that. Okay, well, you know what? What about your own education? How about the fact that Prime gives logs classes and almost like 3-4 times a week, I think, that you can find on your phone app. It actually is listed under training and classes. Okay? Not only that, I'm gonna admit, they're boring. Logs, the whole idea of logs is boring. But every time you go into PC, personal conveyance, there is a long message this long that tells you all the legal ways you can use it and says, if you're not using it under these stipulations, then guess what? You're driving illegally, so get off the PC. Okay, now on top of that, Prime's been very lenient with PC in general. So all these people that are complaining are really upset because other people abuse the system and now things are going to change. But here's the deal, guys. It's not just Prime. Okay? A lot of companies, one of my students left Prime, went to Night. Hi, Ray. But he left Prime, he went to Night, he came back to Prime. At Night, you only got 25 minutes that you could use for PC, and you had to call and get verification and permission. You know, CFI does allow PC. I'm pretty sure Schneider doesn't. So what you're saying is, wow, we had privileges and we abused it, and now we're mad like a bunch of little children that, you know, it's getting taken away. But what everything comes down in business, especially trucking, is lawsuits. You know, apparently Werner just paid out like over $100 million or something involving a lawsuit that had to do with PC and hours of service. So this is what this comes down to. And people are like, well, it was Prime's responsibility to keep us in check, or, you know, Prime's, you know, they're claiming that it was abused, and now, okay, well, guess what? This still goes back to the company and Prime can run their company any way they want. Okay? If you don't like it, leave. And then some people will say, well, that's why I'm an independent contractor, so I can run my company the way I want. Good. Okay? But you're still leased on to a company. So even if you own your truck, if you're running on somebody's authority, then you're agreeing to their policies. If you don't like it, leave. That's all there is to it. If you don't like it, leave. It's the same thing with this DriveWise. Okay? To me, yes, it seems like a distraction. I really haven't gotten to use it that much, you know, but again, whining and complaining and acting like a bunch of little children is not going to get any changes made. If you really feel like you have some legitimate reason for whatever, you put in a proposal, you do an email, you have it documented, you have valid reasons and points, and you submit it to upper management and say, this, and this. This is how we see it. Okay? But just randomly posting crap all over the internet makes no sense. It gets nothing done. All it does is make you look bad. It makes Prime look bad. You know, I had a situation recently where one of my students said something on a Facebook post, and what this person wrote was not actually accurate. Okay? So then everybody jumps on what this person wrote. Oh, that's horrible. How dare your fleet manager do this? How dare dispatch say that? That's not what actually happened. So sometimes you have to take into consideration who's telling you this stuff. Where are are you getting your information? That's why when people on this YouTube stuff turn around and say, I made $200,000 clear after expenses, put it on the stinking glass. That's why I do that on this channel. People don't like it, but I'd rather have you know what you're getting into. I'd rather have you get the truth. And so always verify your information no matter where you're getting it from. Because there are people that will go, well, I don't know how much a company driver makes when they're on breakdown pay, but I know I make more. Really, witch? Guess what? If you did, then you would at least know how much I was making. So when you hear somebody that says, oh, my fleet manager told me this, and he didn't let me do that, and I'm like, bull crap. When it comes to safety, bull crap. You are the captain of the ship. You are the one that's in charge of the truck. Okay? You're the one they're going to come back to. And by the way, if you leave Prime or your company or whatever and go to another company, those logs that you generated, that you certified and confirmed at the end of every day, okay, those logs are yours and your responsibility. So all you guys that are like, ew, I'm an independent contractor, I'm in charge of my business, I'm a real businessman. When you go and get a DOT violation, what are you going to say? Oh, well, my company said I could. Well, where's your backbone and your independent contractor businessman version there? Where's your attitude then? Stop passing the buck. And that's what this all comes down to. Stop passing the buck. And if you're really all making that much money, like you say you are, you really wouldn't care about personal conveyance. Because truth is, when I'm out on the road, 7 years, I can tell you I really didn't use personal conveyance all that much, and I made plenty of money. And there was one time, once, that I got pulled in a weigh station. I know exactly when it was. It was March of 2020. March of 2020, I got pulled into a weigh station in California, right? I used PC for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, because I pulled out of one parking space and moved into another. This guy that was trying to park next to me was struggling, and even with me trying to help guide him back, he still couldn't get into the space. So I just told him, look, I'll just move out of the space and I'll go park someplace else, and that gives you 2 whole spaces, because I understand what it's like to be new. Do you know that that DOT officer sat there and like was criticizing me, and he was like, did you advance the load? I'm like, it was 5 minutes. It was literally 5 minutes. So, you know, there are people at Prime, there are people at other companies that abuse this, and then they wonder why people are going to go crack down on it. Of course the companies are going to crack down on it. You know, this reminds me of like all the guys, the owner ops that were on paper logs. Oh, they're putting in the ELDs. How am I going to make money? Oh. Well, so what you're admitting to is you were running illegally on paper logs to begin with. There were guys, solo guys, that were running 4,000, 4,500 miles a week on paper logs, you know, being cowboys, putting 2-3 different books on their truck. And you wonder why? You wonder why the LED's coming into effect? You wonder why, you know, why do we gotta get the drive-wise? Because people are stupid. They're turning down roads that aren't meant for trucks, and now we gotta have messages pop up that say, not a truck route. Oh well, you know what? I don't care. I really don't care. If they want drive-wise, they're paying for it. What do I care? They're telling me that I can't use PC. Guess what? I don't care. I make plenty of money that I don't need PC. So consider what you are as a trucker. Yes. Because the positive spin on all this is that I don't want new people to hear all your moaning and complaining and griping to make it sound like, ooh, trucking is like not the place to come now. Yes, freight is down. Yes, companies aren't hiring as much, but if somebody gets their CDL, they have a career for life. Yes, Old Dominion and FedEx are giving layoffs or voluntary furloughs or whichever one they're doing. I don't know. The guy that lives near me said that he was getting laid off from Old Dominion. But that doesn't mean he can't go someplace else in trucking. It's just that particular part of his trucking is hit right now. So get your CDL, keep your license clean, learn the laws, stop taking advantage of things. I mean, stop with your complaining. We at Prime are some of the most spoiled truckers in the entire industry. I mean, they give us all the education we need. We're constantly getting classes and updates and, they do their best. And I know people are going to be like, well, you just saying that to make referrals on YouTube. No, because guess what? I wouldn't be here after 7 years. If I didn't believe that this company was great, I wouldn't be here. I don't need to be here. I haven't been late like some of you people. In 7 years, I've never been late on a load. But I know there's a few of you out there that have been late 4 or 5 times in less than a year. I know there's a few of you out there that get tickets all the time. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe we had to have drive-wise put in to say, way station approaching, because some people aren't reading the stinking signs. Do your job and you'll make money. Do it right and you'll make money. Do it right and you get freedom. Screw it up and you're going to be miserable. That's what it comes down to. So, in the meantime, yay, I'm down 50 pounds, woohoo! And I did. I went from a size 22, and these jeans are 14. I can get the 12s on, but they're not good enough to wear in public yet. So, but I do have a goal. And in my personal life, yes, I did meet somebody who's really quite interesting. We'll put it that way. He's really quite interesting, and we're getting along really well. And we're supposed to be going to Jamaica, so maybe you'll see some hot videos of us in Jamaica. But that's kind of down the line, because I got a bunch of stuff that I have planned and he has planned, and so we're gonna make that happen though. So if you do want me as a CDL instructor, I am still in Springfield. You'd have to put my driver code on your application. I would prefer if you use Nikki Yost as a recruiter, because even if you're supposed to go to a different terminal, she can make sure that you get brought in to Springfield so that I could be your instructor. Please contact me. If you do put me as a referral, I need to make sure that I have space open on my truck for you to come in at that particular date. I also will, email me at truckingalongfun@gmail.com. And the reason is that I have pre-trip packets and I have different packets that I can give you that will help it, ease your coming into Prime. If you study the pre-trip ahead of time, then you're going to have an easier time coming in once you get here. So that's my update. Thanks so much, guys. Comment down below. Let me know, how do you feel about this drive-wise and the personal conveyance? And, And I hope to see you out here trucking along. Bye.